Today I'm going to be comparing this Farberware paring knife versus this Farberware steak knife down here at the bottom. Now, first of all, the steak knife is going to be a little bit longer in the handle as well as the blade itself. However, one major difference between these two, just when you first open them up, the Farberware paring knife is going to come extremely sharp. This Farberware serrated knife is not. I actually did a test on both of these, and straight out of the containers, this one easily cuts through the plastic and cardboard that it comes with in the actual knife holder, the plastic that it comes in. This Farberware one on the bottom does not. So this one definitely comes much sharper and is ready to use right out of the box. Whereas this one, even though it's serrated, it had issues cutting through plastic or even cardboard with this Farberware knife. Now, this Farberware one on the bottom does not show the tang all the way through, so I'm not sure how far that actually runs up. Same thing on this Farberware paring knife. It doesn't show the tang, so I'm not a fan of that on these Farberware options. This bottom one is going to be the triple riveted, but again, I don't know if the tang runs all the way down here, and so these rivets are going through the tang itself, or if they're just going to be holding the handle together, and then this is maybe glued in just, maybe a half inch or an inch into this knife. So definitely a downside to both of these that you can't see how far in they go. I do like the Farberware one here at the top, the paring knife with the smooth blade on it versus a serrated blade. The smooth blade to me is a lot easier to sharpen as over time it begins to go dull. The serrated one is not as good. And again, when it came, it wasn't extremely sharp. So that was definitely a downside to this Farberware steak knife that I have here on the bottom. Overall, both are good options. If I had to choose one over the other to use for everything, it would definitely be this Farberware paring knife, just because of how much sharper it actually is. So being able to cut steak or veggies or cheese or anything else would work a lot better with this one just because of how much sharper it comes from the factory versus this Farberware option that came relatively dull.